Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm moving my love. Yeah, when I wake up I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You sending messages I can't ignore. No contemplating, come here close to me. I'm bored at home, can't leave the house no more. But I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. You, when I wake up I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart.
How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing real good.
Okay, so I'm going to, where's my little thingamabob at? See, am I showing here? Okay. There I am. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you guys that Christopher Palmiter, Madalina Cojocari's stepfather, was found guilty today. And so we're going to play some video of what the findings were. And then here are 5 details revealed in the testimony of the missing girl's stepfather. Let me share the screen here. Okay, let's see. I'm sharing footage from WCNC, I believe it is. Hold on 1 second. It is written out, so I'm going to read it as I share it to you. Okay. Okay, this is Charlotte Observer. I'm sorry, the Charlotte Observer. Let me get this link here in the chat. This is the link to what I'm sharing with you of the Charlotte Observer. 5 details revealed from Christopher Palmiter's testimony. Palmiter and Diana Cojocari had never been physically intimate in 8 years of marriage. They had never been physical. They kissed only on special occasions, he said. Diana spent hours screaming at the top of her lungs as she recited chants, manifestations, and prayers. She taught Madalina the chants too, he said. Diana learned from Elizabeth Clare Prophet, a controversial leader of the cult-like church, universal and triumphant. Palmiter said Cojocari's spirituality progressed considerably since he met her. From the years 2020 to 2022, it dramatically increased. Cojocari also became enthralled with burning things, Palmiter said. Seven days after Madalina was last seen, a neighbor reporting her mother was burning a couch in the backyard. Often when Cojocari would be too engrossed in her prayers, Madalina would ask Palmiter to play with her. I'd never turn her down, he said. Okay, now I'm going to show you a little footage here. Key points from the testimony he gave. Give me just 1 second to pull it up and share the screen. Sharing the screen now. This is Queen City News. Queen City News.
The stepfather of missing Cornelius girl Madalina Cojocari continued his testimony on the stand this morning. Christopher Palmiter is on trial for charges of not reporting the young girl missing to law enforcement. Palmiter told a story about how in 2022, the year Madalina went missing, his wife Diana, Madalina's mom, felt that Russian entities, including Russian President Vladimir Putin and the late singer Michael Jackson, were watching her and Madalina. Palmiter said it made no sense, but he agreed to help hide Diana and Madalina somewhere disconnected from their family name. They chose Michigan with Palmiter's brother and his wife, but
I'm going to play this over. He agreed to help hide her because of the mother's paranoia, being from Moldova and a immigrant. He went with what she was saying and, according to his testimony, helped her hide the little girl. So I'm going to back this up and let you hear it one more time.
Entities, including Russian on the stand this morning. Christopher Palmiter is on trial for charges of not reporting the young girl missing to law enforcement. Palmiter told a story about how in 2022, the year Madalina went missing, his wife Diana, Madalina's mom, felt that Russian entities, including Russian President Vladimir Putin and the late singer Michael Jackson, were watching her and Madalina. Palmiter said it made no sense, but he agreed to help hide Diana and Madalina somewhere disconnected from their family name. They chose Michigan with Palmiter's brother and his wife, but Diana felt that one of the family members was recording her when she went to visit the state, so the entire plan fell through.
We were going to have a serious conversation outside, and I just did to have my phone inside the house with Cojocari. And she told me that she believed Russian entities were following her to get to her. And such a she believed that she held either land or importance in that area, and the Russian entities wanted access to that.
The prosecution ended its case yesterday with an FBI phone analyst taking the stand. He testified about texts, emails, and phone calls found on Palmiter's phone, which indicated that he knew Madalina wasn't showing up to school, and also searches from his phone about truancy laws days before Diana reported Madalina missing, 23 days after she was last seen in public. And we'll have the very latest from the courtroom today, later on Queen City News, starting at 4. And you can always stay up to date in the investigation. Find Madalina at the head website, qcnews.com.
I'm going to show you some of the testimony he gave. Him being found guilty, he was held in jail for a while, so I'm not sure if he's going to get time served or how that's going to work out, because he was only charged with failure to report her missing. Here is some of the interrogation video. Let me share the screen here real quick. Commercial.
Options. Did he indicate at any point in time during this conversation that he had reported Madalina missing to the authorities at any point in time from November the 22nd to December the 15th?
No, he did not.
This discussion that you're speaking of, are you aware of whether or not it was recorded in any fashion?
It was recorded on my body-worn camera.
I'm handing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 18.
I think she's with her family too.
What do you recognize it to be?
He said that she's living with them. They're back together.
Initialed and dated statement. I reviewed and confirmed that.
Just so we're clear, as I pull up this video, on this disc there's 3 clips.
Yes, sir.
All right. Would you please explain to the jurors, was your conversation, was it broken up in parts, or was it just one continuous conversation?
It was broken up in parts.
Explain that to the jurors.
There were points where I may have left the office, exited the interview to either consult with the other detective, where I would have turned off the recording and then turned it back on when I returned to the office. So that would be the breaks in the recordings.
Without getting into anything that she may have said, at some point did you step out and talk to Diana Cojocari?
I did.
And then did you return and talk to the defendant?
I did.
And on this video, the only modifications would be is there's just no audio when you do have discussions with Diana Cojocari, is that correct?
That's correct.
So, you got her personal computer. Her login from the school. So, he said he left on the 23rd, which was the Wednesday. And then you didn't remember seeing her that day?
way. Lately, she drives her in and then she takes the school bus home. The school drop off a half a block away. Yeah. And I would usually, try to know when she's coming home, I would see the school bus there and see her walking home. Sometimes it is. I work at home 2 days a week and then I drive to Greensboro. I drive to Greensboro Monday, Tuesday, the rest of the week. I'm trying to work at home because.
Okay, does she have any other electronics, like an iPad, anything like that she can communicate on?
No. Not that she has. I mean, there were some, but they were kind of taken away. There was 2 phones and it was an iPad, but she lost it for the longest time. So she hasn't used that probably.
Did she have something like,
She doesn't.
last time you saw her?
No, I don't think so. A lot of times she grabbed on this phone and just use it.
Gotcha. Did she have any, like, I had asked since right when I walked in, any friends, anyone around here?
There were, I don't know, there were 2 girls that she would hang out with. One wasn't in there, but her name was, and then another girl that she would see from time to time at festivals and stuff. Her name was, I don't know any last names.
He's trying to say maybe she's with a girlfriend.
She was about.
They're beeping out the girlfriend's name.
They live around here somewhere. It could even be down the street. There's everything.
So what do you say that was?
Chapman almost, it could be only in the area. Parents probably is a. Carmen, her name was still with,
Where do you say that was?
I don't know this for sure. I know she went to a birthday party there once. There's one of these, it's before the railroad tracks. We actually looked at some houses back there. Okay. Another development.
Okay. So the east side of town.
Yeah.
Okay.
You into, now where do you all live? Sorry.
We're like a mile away from the police station. Yeah,
Victoria Bay.
Okay. So,
right across from
so maybe like, is Harrison Stream down?
Pardon?
Harrison Stream, is that something?
Yeah, we live there.
Okay, but that's not
She
what
didn't have a friend there too. She lost contact with her. Her name was Jazz. I don't know Chris.
Yeah. And I apologize, you probably already told Officer Nobles a lot of this stuff, but since noticing the daughter missing, and have you and your wife had any communication about her being gone? Any conversations about where she is? Anything like that?
Yeah, I've asked where she is.
Okay.
She said she didn't know.
Okay, so you've asked her, I'm assuming she's asked you if you knew where she is that
Yeah,
correct? Okay.
But I wasn't told until I spoke with Officer Nobles, that I put together that she was missing. You said something on there in the lobby, and I said, oh.
Yeah, so you didn't know she was missing until like right now.
Right.
Where did you think she was this whole time?
I didn't know.
Okay.
Does that that she hasn't been gone this long, and we didn't know where she's at.
Kind of putting some things together, her light's been on, and
In her memory.
yeah, because she was just in there, she's in her bedroom a lot. Computer or whatever, I usually don't bother. Unless we're getting her dinner or whatever. So.
Yeah, crazy chicken lady, thanks.
Get her that she's not there. But I think we were told that by anybody that she's and I follow some of these things that are very possible again, they're, you know, like people snatching up kids and stuff, and
Now he's saying maybe people are snatching kids up or something. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next video here I've got for you. It's some more testimony. The audio sucks in those interrogation rooms. You would think, you know, the rooms were built in what, the 60s, before there were, like, you know, audio issues. So it seems like they would I don't know, pad rooms so that they are audio friendly. Let's see, where is it? I wanted to show you more.
its case in Uptown. WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre has been in the courthouse from the beginning and brings us the latest now.
The
trial today started with Christopher Palmiter on the stand. The lead detective with the Cornelius Police Department was also called to testify, as well as Palmiter's brothers. Now, who we did not see take the stand, Diana Cojocari, Madalina Cojocari's mother. This is video of Diana Cojocari arriving to court this morning. The defense initially subpoenaed Cojocari, but it was unclear if she would ever take the stand. Well, this afternoon, the defense releasing her from that subpoena, saying he would not be calling her to testify. During the trial, Gina Patterson, the lead detective in this case, confirmed Diana took several trips to the mountains. During that time, Diana was also captured on surveillance video. Madalina was not seen with her. Patterson confirmed that several items were found in Diana's car and her purse after Madalina was reported missing, including a Western Union receipt for $3,000. Money, Patterson says, was sent to Diana's mom and a priest in Moldova. The truancy packet from Bailey Middle School was also found in her car. The defense also called both of Palmiter's brothers and a friend who spoke about Palmiter's character, all of them testifying that Palmiter was an honest and truthful person. They also spoke about the interactions with Diana, about her essentially being the one in control in their relationship.
Diana is the one that pretty much controlled or told Madalina what to do and when to do whatever. As far as Chris goes, he was more of a, to me it seemed like almost like a babysitter. He would take her to the park, he would go for walks with them.
Court will be back in session tomorrow morning with the attorneys on both sides giving their closing arguments. In Uptown, Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.
Now, if you scan this QR code there, it'll take you to our full coverage of Palmiter's trial. We've been live blogging every minute of this case on WCNC.com just for you.
Okay, let me go to WCNC.
We are following
Following breaking news on the trial of Madalina Cojocari's stepfather, Christopher Palmiter. The jury has found Palmiter guilty on the charge of failing to report Madalina missing. This is video of the moment Palmiter heard that verdict. Now, Palmiter has been sentenced to supervised probation for 30 months. This case has now been going on for about a week now, with a slew of people called to the witness stand, including Palmiter himself. Last week, Madalina's mother, Diana Cojocari, pleaded guilty to failing to report Madalina missing. She was sentenced to time served in court. We are following breaking news on the trial of Madalina Cojocari's stepfather.
Let me see if there's anything else that I can tell you.
Here we go again.
Heidi Thorne is tired of hearing.
There's one more thing I wanted to show you about it here. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, let's see here. 1 second. Looking for all that they have. It's really frustrating when they don't put everything in one little place. You gotta hunt for it. I'm just gonna go to my history here. I'm looking for the closing arguments. I wanted to play them. Let me do this real quick. See, closing argument. Oh, I don't guess they put it out yet. Oh well. It's neither here nor there now, I guess. But early on, they're saying that she was on camera visiting the Asheville area, and that $3,000 was Western Unioned to a priest and the grandmother in Moldova. So it sounds as though she may have sent her to Moldova. And so that may be where she is. That would be with her mother's side of the family. So that's gonna wrap it up with that case, I guess, for now. And unless there's more developments in it, I would say that case is probably closed. They've already sentenced him to probation. Well, they brought that up in the closing arguments that when she was arrested, they turned over their passports. If she was sent underground, no. They're saying she was trafficked there. Does that make sense? When you're trafficked, you don't use a passport. So that's what it sounds like to me. Out of religious concern, she sent her back to her foreign country, or back to her native country, rather, her native country. So we'll see, right? Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? What was the other case I was going to talk about? There was one other case I was going to talk about today. But I guess I shouldn't mix them. I should start a new live for for that child. I shouldn't mix them up. But yeah, I'm having a good day. Are you having a good day, Crazy Chicken Lady? We had errands to run in between my lives, so it's payday, so we're trying to get bills paid. The burning shit, yeah, that's strange, isn't it? You watched a little on Chiron last night? Chiron, who's that? Is that a child missing? Let me go ahead and go. One person came for this child. All those thousands of people are over there listening to the Sebastian Rogers case, and nobody is following with the Cojocari case. Might have the name. I'll have to look into that. It was something here in Charlotte that happened, and I'm drawing a blank. Because I'm trying to cover local cases. I mean, I'm in a major metropolitan area. There's no reason for me to cover Sebastian Rogers when there's children right here that are just as important, right? So that's what I'm going to continue to do. Little variety here, you know, some satire, some comedy, some reaction to local events, and true crime, local true crime anyway. I'm going to go ahead and close this out because I don't want to talk about another case on top of this one. I want to catalog my true crime and keep it tidy. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and I'll come back in an hour or so after I get some chores done. I need to vacuum and get my laundry ready and check on my kids. So I'll be back in a couple more hours and we'll chat. Okay, I love you. See you later. Bye. Thanks for coming.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our love tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like a movie, my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to keep, but it's a vibe. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You sending messages I can't